I am going to show you guys how to make these super cute wax seal bookmarks. They are wax seal paperclip bookmarks, and they're super fun to make and super cute. And of course, you could probably make these a lot cuter than I made this one. But anyways, if you have tried to do this with glue, because this is glue, not wax, that is how it is going to stay on here. A lot of you may have tried to use glue before with your wax seals and failed miserably because it sticks to your stamp. So I am going to show you how to make these. They are super easy, super fun, and super cute. So what you will need, obviously, is your stampers. You will need a small bowl that you are going to fill with ice, and then you're going to put a washcloth on top of it and put all of your stampers you are going to use on top of that washcloth. The key to not having the glue stick to your wax seals is to have your stamps super, super cold. You're going to need your paper clips and, of course, your glue stick and your glue gun. If you have one of those newer glue guns that continuously feed the stuff out, those are amazing. I am probably going to get one of those because this one is a pain in my butt to do. But anyways, I am going to do this on the back of foil for now. If you know how to do this on something where it peels off easily from the glue, please let me know because I have not figured that part out yet. But this part is super fun. So we're going to pick our seal that we're going to use. I think I'm going to go with a different one other than the B. And we will do this one. I'll put these back in here like that. And we'll put our seal on here, getting it ready. And we will have our paper clip down here like this, ready to go. And you want to make sure that the end that you're going to put onto the paper is facing down. So like this little end that you're going to be putting on here, you want that facing down towards you. And you're going to be putting the glue at the top end of that. So you are going to take your glue and you are going to put a generous amount right there on top, just in a lump, just like that. And you're going to take your nice cold little seal and stick it right on top. And you're going to let that cool down so you can take your seal off. And it takes about a minute, minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes for it to cool off, or the glue to cool off enough that you can peel that off without taking glue with it. After you've waited a couple minutes, you just put your finger on there and take that right off. And you have a little wax on that side. And so now I'm going to peel this off of my foil. And if some of the foil stays on the back, that is okay. I'm wondering if people put a little oil down possibly or something so the glue doesn't stick. I'm not quite sure what people are using that's easier to peel off the back. If you do know, let me know in the comments. Sometimes it does stick on the back, which is fine. Now I'm going to turn this over like this, put my thing back in the cold, and we are going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm doing it this way because this glue gun is not the greatest glue gun on the planet. And put our thing back on, and we wait a minute or two for it to dry. After it has dried, put your finger on it and pop that off. Mine's sticking a little bit. I think I didn't have it that cold, but you just pop it off. You do want to make sure you have those cold enough, otherwise they will stick to your glue. Obviously, my glue was not completely dry yet, but you get the gist. And now, after this, you can go around and trim off edges if you'd like. If something looks a little off, you can trim off edges on it. You can heat something up if you'd like and just roll the edges on it to kind of melt them a little bit if you'd like. You can use an X-Acto knife to get off certain parts that you want to get off. There's all kinds of things that you can do with this. But now, after you have it, you can take your metallic pens and you can color in the leaves, or you can use acrylic markers to color in the leaves. It's really fun to make these. These are super fun to make them. I'm going to show you another way of making these as well, where instead of using the stamp part where you get the picture from the stamp, we're going to do it another way as well. So stick with me because we're going to make another one. So then you can paint it and color it and all that. And now you have your paperclip bookmark, wax seal bookmark. These are really fun to make. They're super cute. You can do all sorts of things with them. So let's make the other kind. So the next one I am going to make, I took a tiny circle punch and I punched out a little circle and I mucked up the edges. And then you take your glue. I have to do mine this way because I don't have the really cool one yet. I'm going to buy that. And you put your glue on there and you place your circle right on the top in the middle, and you take your stamper and you stamp right on top of it. And then you let that dry. After you let it dry, you take your stamper off. And you have your little piece of paper that is now stuck in the middle. Now, these are really good to use. You can use a bigger piece of circle. I just did it this size for the tutorial. But as you can see, you can do it bigger. You just make sure that when you put it on here, you put it on right on top of that and then squish it down. So then you have it coming out on all edges. But you do need to use enough glue to make it for the bigger ones. But the bigger ones are really cool. You can use whatever paper you want, whatever paper you design you want. They're really fun to make. I love making these. You can take these and you glue them onto your projects after you're done making them. You can get addicted to making these. They can literally take up an entire day of your routine making these little wax seals, but they're super fun to make. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that helps you in the future. So yes, the key to making these with glue sticks is to keep your stamps cold so they do not stick to your glue and they pop right off. But anyways, I hope that helps. I hope you make tons of these cute little things and that you enjoy making them. So happy cutting.